Hey guys, let's get more news from Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Proposed deal would land Warriors former 6 MOI and more for Andrew Wiggins package. The Golden State Warriors missed the playoffs this season, which could lead to potential roster changes. In a proposed trade from Eric Pincus, the Warriors would make a massive 3-team trade, which includes the Philadelphia 76ers and Portland Trail Blazers. Pincus's proposed deal involves the Warriors moving Andrew Wiggins and Kevin Looney, and acquiring Malcolm Brogdon and Robert Williams III. The Warriors may not have a perfect solution, which means taking on some risk. Best case, Williams is a still young, 27 before next season, big who is a noted defender with playoff experience at a reasonable price, a steal if he pans out, Pincus wrote in his 3-team trade proposal on April 24. If not, his contract is movable as a 2025-26 expiring. Brogdon would replace Paul, almost 39, whose contract doesn't fit Lacob's financial picture. The veteran guard averaged 15.7 points per game while shooting 41.2% from three-point range on a terrible Blazers squad. Brogdon shot 44.4% from deep for the Boston Celtics the year prior. He has good size at 6'4" and would fill out a backcourt with Brandon Podziemski, Moses Moody, Gary Payton II, assuming he opts in, and Thompson. Brogdon, the 2022-23 Sixth Man of the Year award winner, averaged 15.7 points per game for the Portland Trail Blazers. He'd bring another veteran to the Golden State Warriors but is much younger than the 38-year-old Chris Paul. Brogdon, 31 years old, shot over 41% from three-point range for the second consecutive season. Brogdon shot 41.2% from three-point range on 5.1 attempts per game in 2023-24. Despite his ability to score the basketball at a high level, Brogdon's biggest impact would come on the defensive end. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr told reporters after the Warriors were eliminated by the Sacramento Kings in the play-in tournament that he struggled to find usable lineups with Paul and Stephen Curry on the floor due to size disadvantages. It's a difficult situation for him that he handled beautifully, Kerr said, according to Anthony Slater of The Athletic. He's always been the starting point guard for his team. But you look at our team and we're pretty small. Even though he's one of our best players, if we want to throw our best players out there, and he's one of them, you start adding up Chris, Steph, Clay, it's not the ideal roster for him. This proposed deal from Pincus is heavily focused on defense, as Williams was named to the all-defensive second team in the 2021-22 season. The Golden State Warriors were middle of the pack defensively, ranking 15th in defensive rating. An elite shot blocker, Williams has blocked over 1.2 shots per game in each season of his 6-year professional career. His best year came when he made the all-defensive team, averaging 2.2 blocks per game, but he followed that up with 1.4 and 1.2 blocks per game in the next 2 seasons. Steph Curry ranked over LeBron James on surprising NBA list. The NBA recently revealed their list of top-selling jerseys for the second half of this NBA season, and Golden State Warriors star Steph Curry ranked atop the league. Beating out Los Angeles Lakers star LeBron James, who was second on this list, Curry ranked first in jersey sales across the entire NBA in the second half of the season. This is very impressive, considering Curry has been on the same team his entire career. Still widely considered the two faces of the NBA, James and Curry are clearly still atop of the league in terms of popularity. It is unfortunate that Curry and the Warriors were not able to make the playoffs, as there is always a lot of excitement whenever Golden State is in the mix. While the Lakers did make the playoffs, they already trail the defending champion Denver Nuggets 0-2, having now lost 10 straight games to them. The Lakers and Warriors played some incredible regular season battles this year, and just missed facing each other in the play-in tournament. These two teams faced off in last year's Western Conference semifinal series, with Los Angeles eliminating Golden State. Curry and James have had several battles against each other on the game's biggest stage, and as previously mentioned, remain the two most popular players in the league. Steve Kerr opens up on Warriors fans wanting him to get fired. Golden State Warriors head coach Steve Kerr reflected on a rough 2023-24 season which saw more fans ask for his removal as head coach of the franchise than ever before. In an interview with Fox Sports, Kerr revealed that fans wanting him gone bothers him. "Hell yes, it does." Kerr reiterated that he is thankful to have made a lavish living through basketball, and he can accept the trade-off of having people speculate over his job security. "I never in a million years could have imagined that my life would be in basketball and that I would achieve this kind of wealth through a game. If the price for that is for people to say I should be fired, that's a pretty good trade-off." Kerr also made it clear that he values the role he played in making the Warriors a dynasty and that he wants this chapter of the team to end with dignity for all his players. "I'm not trying to be totally modest and say I had nothing to do with it. I did have something to do with it. And it made me proud. But the stars really aligned and there has to be a sense of honesty and humility. If the stars didn't align, I could have gone to the Knicks and been fired after 2 years and never had any of these experiences. I want this to end with contentment and dignity. I want our players to feel proud." The Warriors ended their season as the number 10 seed in the West, losing the 9-10 play-in game to an injured Sacramento Kings, who failed to make the playoffs themselves. Kerr was given a contract extension by team owner Joe Lacob this season, likely a reward for shepherding the franchise for the last decade and bringing them an unlikely championship in 2022. Steve Kerr talking about this era of the team ending with dignity for the players was crucial, as there's one player who could meet an undignified end to his stint with the Warriors if he's let go this summer. That player is Klay Thompson, who went scoreless in the Warriors' play-in loss to the Kings. All major voices in the Warriors' locker room have advocated for Klay to return to the franchise as a free agent. Stephen Curry made it clear he can't see himself playing without Klay and Draymond Green by his side. "I can never see myself not with those two guys. I understand this league changes and there's so many things that go into it and we're not going to play forever. But we experienced so much together. At the end of the day, I know they want to win and I know I want to win and that's all I worry about." Draymond Green pointed out how the franchise has done right by him and Steph, so they're bound to do the same for Klay. "I don't think there's any scenario where Klay leaves, and that's the best scenario for this team of organization. They did right by me. They've done right by Steph. They've done right by all of us. And you fan, what do you think of the Steve Kerr situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.